So today the High Court has revived our case, expedited it, and we expect a hearing to happen in October. Unfortunately, the government applied at last minute for closed proceedings, which really delays things. And given the dire humanitarian situation in Gaza, these delays are disappointing. Nonetheless, we have clear time points from which we hope to secure more information and maintain pressure for arms sales to end.
The next step is for the government to formally apply for the court to order secret proceedings so that they can introduce evidence that is protected by national security. After that, Al-Haq will receive the government's evidence, and then we will assess the strength of that evidence, and then we'll proceed from there.
The first thing that I would say is that it's really devastating that the UK government chose to come to court today and defend this case at all. The law is really clear that there needs to be a cessation of arms where there is a risk where they might be used to commit or facilitate serious breaches of international humanitarian law, and we breached that threshold long ago. The timeline that introduces quite a bit of delay really betrays a lack of understanding of what is happening on the ground, and is really a betrayal of the civilians that are being killed as we speak.
I think that justice delayed is justice denied. So we don't need to deny the justice for the Palestinian people. And we're saying to the British government, at least do no harm. We're not saying, please, stand with Palestine. We know that historically the UK did not really do what should it be done, but we're not looking forward that they will be actually, the heaven of justice to the Palestinian people and the people in Gaza. But at least stop your complicity now and not further.
I also think that it's important to recognise that we had two wins today, and the first win is that the government came in today asking for a hearing to be heard in December, and we were able to push them back to October, and at least we had a recognition from the judge that expedition in this case was necessary. The second is that the government changed its position entirely. Up until Thursday, the government had been arguing that this case should be dismissed and should not even be granted permission. And what we saw in court today is that the government does not defend that position. The government refused to come to court and say that the case should be dismissed, and is actually trying to push everything into closed proceedings under the veneer of national security. So I think those are two really important wins from today.
It's important to note that the UK government, does not have to engage in lengthy, costly legal proceedings. It can go with the prevailing legal consensus that Israel is failing to respect international humanitarian law, which automatically means that arms export licenses should be suspended and weapons sales halted. It is important that all countries align on this point and are no longer seen to be complicit in Israel's war crimes and the plausible risk of genocide that is being inflicted upon the people of Gaza.